thing that will tone your body over time without working out. It is a workout. I've shown this in other videos before. They didn't get many views. So I'm remaking the video. This is just a way that a girl or a boy, anyone, or a monster, or a dragon, or a dog, or maybe a cat, can get very toned. Yes, hard work is required. So if you're a lazy ass, leave. So basically what this is, it's when you injure a body part lightly, microfractures happen and then they repair once you get accurate amount of protein and rest and the right nutrients. But you can speed up that process by doing it more often. But if you eat shitty, you also have to eat good. You also have to eat healthy. I know, not many people like hearing that. But let me just get to it. I use, and I have been using for like 3 years, this. This is a copper bar. I'm able to hit my body with this and resist pain. Pretty much, iron body conditioning is part of a Chinese martial art. You'll see boxers hit themselves like this, or when they're training, they'll hit like the abs to strengthen the abs. Well, Asians take it a little bit more intense than that. They usually hit bricks, or you've probably seen this. They're chopping bricks in half. That's iron palm conditioning. It's where you hit cement and sand is for so many years that your hand pretty much becomes full of calluses that it's just, you don't feel pain anymore. I do it to my forearms mostly and my body. My body's naturally thin because I just naturally don't age. I have a gene that just keeps me young. That's being 100% honest. I have a gene that keeps me young. And not many other people have it, which is really cool. A lot of people think I'm 16. Some people say I'm 19. Some people say I'm 17. It's never like 20. It's just always 16, 17, or 19. But yeah, pretty much. I'm just gonna... So, at the gym, you'll probably see like a big guy. And he'll be huge, but he'll be fucking fat. I know that sounds horrible, but he'll be all ballooned up. He won't be toned or anything. He'll just be ballooned up. And when I say ballooned up, I mean when you eat so much processed food and so much food that has tons of sodium in it, when you drink water, your body's all, what's the word? Your body is all full of sodium. Bloated. Yeah, your body's all bloated. Your arms are bloated. Your legs are bloated. Your neck sometimes gets bloated, actually. It's too much salt. It's water retention. So, those people are more likely to get bruises, cuts, like definitely cuts. When your health is weaker, you are weaker. You can appear bigger and you can be bigger, but you can still be weak. Someone can have very weak bones but be very tall. Someone can be very tall or very strong, but they can be extremely slow. You never know with people. But what I'm mainly saying is that most people can't do this. Or this. Like, if you can hear that. More this side. That's pretty much what I started doing when I was younger. I can do it to my head. Yeah. I can also do it to my face, believe it or not. My skull and my bones are extremely hard. So under this small, like kind of shorter, skinnier exterior, my bones are hard to break. They can be dislocated, but they're hard to break. It's hard for me to work my legs out because I was born with club feet. And then I had so many more leg injuries throughout my life that it's hard. Also, I can do it to my neck, my face, my temple, believe it or not. Don't do it too hard to your temple. That's not a good idea because you will pass out. I learned that the hard way. When you do start doing it to your face, the only reason I started doing it to my face was because in real life, you will get punched. One time in your lifetime, you will get punched, no matter what. So, I figured, why not prepare for it? I mean, the first time I got punched in the face, I got up 5 more times. So, it's not as bad as they make it look like in movies. It just feels like a slap, kind of. Yet the guy that punched me was the same body weight as me and the same body type as me. So if it was a bigger person, it would probably hurt more. But, yeah. Plus he was wearing a ring, so that adds on extra damage. Just wear a ring, or 5. So, pretty much, if you can see this, I'm doing it to my cheekbone. But there's one thing I learned while doing iron body conditioning. It's that the people in China and pretty much China, I believe it's only Chinese. I'm not sure. What they do is they use qi, and in a scientific way to explain qi is the electrical pulses that go through your body naturally from your brain to certain body parts, manipulating those so they go to certain parts, they stay there, and you use them as power to break things, to punch things. It's actually very useful. You can do it to cut things in half really fast. I call that technique Fruit Ninja because it is like Fruit Ninja. I cut a pear in midair. I sliced it in half in midair. It's all about how you do it. It's all about breathing. It's how you breathe. Like, I've mastered the way of doing it with my right leg. I can kick metal with my right leg and not feel anything. And not because the pain signals in my leg have like died off. It's because pretty much I'm blocking the neurotransmitters that are telling my brain pain. Also, the cool thing about using electrical energy to block damage is that you won't bruise. The reason I bruised when I first ever started doing this is because I was skin and bones. Literally, I was skinnier than I am now. I was skin and bones. Nothing. There was 0% body fat at all. Nothing. Nothing. So I would hit myself, I would bruise, but then the next night I would do it over again. I wouldn't rest. That's the problem. That's the problem with most beginners. They don't rest. And I also wouldn't eat protein. I would eat pizza pockets. It was when I was changing, becoming healthier, and then I would eat vegetables. I didn't get that little sense of eat real food, not eat sodium. Because when I would eat processed fake sodium, I would get bigger. I didn't know why. I didn't learn what sodium... I knew sodium retained water. I knew, so you had to drink a lot, but I didn't know before I took my health class that it pretty much plumped you up. So that, yeah. I have pretty defined legs. My legs are probably my best genetic gene, but I can't, it's hard for me to work them out. Like, I'll show you a demonstration of me kicking metal, and I'm going to do it hard. Most people don't usually do this. They don't usually ever see this. And the main thing that I mess up on even when I do this, it's your brain that is making you able to hit this without feeling pain or bruising. So when I'm in public and I want to try to do this to a thick street pole, I've done it, but I fake myself out before I do it, and I say, that's too thick. I can't do it. I'm going to bruise. And I just don't do that. I like just get this thought in my head that this is going to happen. But when I'm doing it to my table, the metal legs on it are skinnier, so I don't fear it as much. I don't fear getting hurt as much, so it doesn't bother me. So I don't think about it. But I will move this and show you. Where can I position my computer to... That might work. Okay. So, how am I going to do this? I'm going to kick this. And just to turn the volume up, just to show that it is metal, I'm going to hit it. Yep. Now, what I want everyone to know, everyone, the weak, the strong, is that no matter how big or small you are, you can do this. It's all completely the mindset. If you say that you can hit this without feeling pain and you have the confidence that you can, you won't feel pain. If you convince yourself that you're going to be in pain after, you're going to be in pain after. That's just the facts. Oh, right here. this. It actually, after a while, it feels good. I know that sounds weird, but... And I've done this to a tree before. Like, it's not hard to do. And the thing is, sometimes I'm able to, I don't want to call it super strength, that's retarded. I'm able to do what I do with my legs to my fists. I can hit things incredibly strong, but not always. Because it's that mental mindset of psyching yourself out, saying, no, that's not possible. You have to always say, it's possible. You can't say, it might be a possibility that might happen. You have to say, it does happen. It will work. It won't feel the pain. Or else you will feel the pain. So just don't. You'll learn it. I've been doing this for like 3 years. And I still haven't mastered, like I still haven't gotten over my fear of like thicker poles, hitting thicker poles. I mean, I can get a fence that's spiky or I can grab thorns and go like this and it won't cut me. Things like that. It's extremely strange. It doesn't make much sense to me, but your brain is connected to giving responses to injuries. So if you don't tell your brain that there's an injury will not appear. Does that make sense? Your brain is what gives the signal to make an injury appear. And I'm talking about a bruise. A cut is a cut. Let's just go with that. Right now I'm eating cantaloupe. No, honeydew melon. Okay. Yep. Someone at the gym told me if I wanted gains, I hate it when people say gains. I hate that phrase. When someone says that, I just want to push them over or something or spit in their eye. Because just don't say it. It sounds so douchey when you say, are you here to get some gains? It's like, no, I'm here to just work out. Go away. So, a guy at the gym said, dude, if you eat like tons of meat and tons of... He gave me a list of food to eat, and it was all shitty food. I would gain weight. And I'm like, whoa, no shit. That's all carbs and sodium and sugar. I'm going to gain fat. Bad fat. And he was like, you know how I said the balloon arms? He was like that. It's just like, I'd rather be young looking and toned than older looking and fat. With the dad bod. Who's with me? Who would rather stay young than grow up and look old? Who wants to look old? Besides those weird people who dye their hair gray. I don't get why they do that. Some people look good with gray hair. I'm getting off topic. I'm going to end the video now, so goodbye everyone. Have a good night, whoever's watching.